Yeah, what's happening, people? Okay, so I decided to do a day in a life vlog of a cab driver, a mini cab driver in London. I guess I've talked about cab driving a little bit before. I've not done like a day vlog before. Anyway, that's what we're doing today. So it is just about 10 a.m., about a minute to 10 a.m. in the morning on Saturday. I am on my way to my first pickup of the day. I don't normally start this early, actually. However, today I did decide to start a few hours early because I want to see if I can make a little extra money today, because, you know, gotta pay them bills, boy, gotta pay them bills. Yeah, that's where we are. All right, see you in a bit. All right, that's the first job done. Sip of water. Stay hydrated. And now on to the next. The time is now 1 p.m. in the afternoon. I just dropped off a passenger and now I is taking a break. So I typically try to take breaks approximately every 2 to 3 hours. Or, you know, if I really need to pee, then I'm just gonna go somewhere, right? I am actually on my way to a nearby mosque because it's also almost time to pray, so I'm gonna go do that. One of the good things about London is that you're never really far away from a mosque. If you're Muslim, you can find mosques pretty easily anywhere in London. However, you might not always find somewhere to park. There are a lot of parking restrictions, so you're gonna have to deal with that. Because today is Saturday though, there's far fewer parking restrictions, but during the week, yeah, you're gonna struggle. But anyway, it's all part of London life. All right, so that's prayer done. Now give my car a quick clean before we move on. Wait, I have these blankets because I do take pets in my car. So if I get a pet, I will put these over the seats. That way it just makes the fur a lot easier to clean up later. But yeah, that's why these are here. And you know, they're kind of cozy too. All right, so I'm almost ready to get back on the road. Now, I would say that my typical breaks are usually about an hour. Sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, depending on the day, how I'm feeling, you know, stuff like that. But I'll say on average, you know, probably about an hour I take for breaks. I want to try and keep it on the shorter side today because, like I said before, man's trying to make some money, innit? However, I also want to get a coffee as well. So before I get back on the road, I'm gonna drive to, there's a McDonald's nearby, head up the drive-through, pick up a regular latte, and then yeah, back to work. Alright. No, thank you. Alright. Thank you. Alright, got my coffee. Almost had a little bit of a spill, but we're alright. So right after I turned off the recording a little while ago, I just saw another cab driver just came up to me and he was like, let's make 10,000. And it was a shame that I didn't get it on record, but he was referring to, there's a guy, Shax something I want to say, I might be getting his name wrong, but a guy on like TikTok and Insta, he's a cab driver in London. And he did a series of videos, I think just last month, where he set himself a challenge to make £10,000 in 1 month doing, you know, minicab, Uber, Bolt, you know, things like that, right? And he did it. He did a video every day for a month. And yeah, by the end of it, he made it to like 10,200 and something. But yeah, basically it goes to show that it is possible to make a lot of money doing cab work. That being said, listen, I know I said that I'm trying to make a little bit extra today. I don't know about all 10,000 because, bro, I watched some of these videos and you're working a lot to make 10,000. You're working a lot. And yeah, I don't mind doing a little extra every now and then, but to work that much and then have to do it every day. Listen, I'm glad that it's possible and appreciate this guy doing the videos to let you know that it's possible. And, you know, I imagine he's not going to do that every single month. I'm sure he, you know, most months he's just going to do his normal driving. But he did something to show that it is possible if you push yourself, you set yourself tasks and stick to it, plans and goals, all that kind of stuff, put your mind to it, all that. So I'm glad, I appreciate that that's someone out there that was willing to do that. But me, I ain't trying to work that much. I am not trying to work that much. But anyway, it is just about 2 o'clock now. So I'm going to turn this app back on and see what we can do for the next 2 to 3 hours. And there's one coming through now. Nice. Woo! It is now 20 to 5. I am on my second break for the day. I'm actually not far from where I took my first break, so I'm heading back to that exact same spot because, you know, parking, right? This is actually the time, like I'll normally do about 6-ish hours, maybe 7 hours on the road, and then start heading home. So this is about the time where I'd normally start making my way home and maybe see if I could pick up a few jobs along the way, depending on where I am, that kind of thing. Or maybe just do like a couple more jobs to kind of round out the day, you know, that sort of thing. But typically I'd be looking to start going home after about this amount of time of driving, about sort of 6 hours, 5, 6 hours, 7 hours worth of driving. I'll look to start working my way home in some capacity. However, I did say that I'm trying to make some more money than I usually make today. So, gonna take a break and then get back on the road for a few more hours. And yeah, that's the plan for the day. Let me take a moment to answer some common questions that I get asked. The most common question I get asked is, has it been busy today? And actually it has been. It has actually been quite busy today. I think Saturdays are, in my experience at least, typically quite busy. So yeah, it has been busy today. Here's the thing though, when people ask, has it been busy today? I feel like what they really mean is, have you earned a lot? Because you could have a day where it's not busy, but you know, you might still earn a lot. Like for example, if I get one trip, but that one trip is quite long and it pays me like, I don't know, £100 or whatever, and then maybe I get another trip that pays me another £100. You know, it's on. I've only had 2 trips, but I made £200. So you know, but today, yes, it's actually been busy. I've had quite a few trips like back to back today, so it has actually been quite busy. The second most common question I get asked is probably how long have I been doing this? And I've been doing this for about 5.5 years, and yeah, I clearly. But actually, you know what? Let me not say I clearly like it, because I've definitely done jobs for a while that I didn't like. maybe I don't clearly like it, but I do like it. I do enjoy doing this. I like the flexibility of it. You know, I like that I can start whenever I need to. If I need to do, like today, for example, I want to do a longer day, I could do a longer day. If I want to do a shorter day, I can do a shorter day, and pretty much manage my day as I need to. Pros and cons to everything, of course, right? You know, if you're not working, you're not earning. There is that that to consider. But overall, I do feel like for myself and the way I like to manage my lifestyle, there's more pros than cons. So yeah, I've stuck with it for 5.5 years, and you know, inshallah, I'll be doing it for a while to come. Unless, of course, I make my millions on YouTube, then I might slow it down. But until then, I'll be, you know, I'm good doing this. So I typically don't eat a lot when I'm out working, and there's a few reasons for that. One is that I am a cheapskate, so you know, there is that, right? But also, I do try to eat towards my body usage, right? What I mean by that is, you know, on days where I'm more active, whether you know, I'm going running or I'm in the garden, or if I'm just doing something more physically active throughout the day, I'm going to eat a bit more, because, you know, you need to replenish that energy, right? But days where, you know, I'm driving, you know, I'm not being super physically active and things like that, it's just kind of a bit more normal, a bit more regular. You know, I try to keep what I eat down a bit, because you don't want to eat too much if you're not using it, because then it just ends up sitting there. So I try to eat towards my usage. I don't always, and I definitely do treat myself from time to time. Actually, I don't want to go in my car just yet. Let me go to the back first. Put something in here. You can't see what I'm doing, but yeah, little towel that I carry around. I'm gonna put it in the back. You don't need to know what that's for. Yeah, what was I saying again? Yeah, I try to eat towards my usage. Try to be healthy and, you know, make better decisions around food. Especially now I'm in my older age. Not a good idea to eat like I used to, you know what I mean? Not a good idea to be doing that. So I try to make better choices. That being said, I have managed to walk around 6,600 steps today. So yeah, even though I've been driving, I've done all right today. I've done all right. So I feel like I've earned that packet of plantain chips. I earned it. All right, so it is now just about 10 to 6 p.m, maybe 8 to 6 actually, and I'm turning the app back on, see if we can do a few more hours, maybe another about another 2 to 3 hours. I think the next break I want to take would be around 9 p.m. So yeah, turn the app back on. I'm gonna press that ready to go button, and yeah, let's see what happens. All right, so we're gonna do things just a little bit different. You see, my original plan was to work up until about 9 p.m. ish, take a break, and then start heading home. It is just about 8 past 8 right now. I dropped off somebody just a few moments ago, and I decided to take a break now and then start heading home. And the reason for that is because I have an electric car, and this particular electric car, I mean, the battery's okay. I mean, it's definitely serves me well, you know, for the time that I've been using it. But as I said before, I'm driving a bit more than I normally would. So I've used up a bit more the battery than I normally would. And now I'm looking at this thing like, you know what? Yeah, maybe don't stretch it out too much. Don't stretch out too much. So yeah, right now I am on my way to a mosque because I do want to make sure I don't miss the prayers before I start heading home. But we're doing okay so far, actually. We're doing okay. I'm not going to say how much I've earned just yet. I might save that till later. But I'm doing all right so far. So actually, I'll probably watch an episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure before I come back, because it is kind of earlier than I was planning. So I've got a little bit of time. I've given myself a little bit of time by stopping now. So yeah, we're going to go to the mosque, watch an episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then start heading home and see if we can get a few trips on the way back. That's the plan right now. That's the plan. So here we go. All right, we are now in the final stretch of the day. I've got about 34% left on the battery, which equates to about 64-ish miles. I've got plenty of miles to get back, so I should be okay. The plan now is to just drive home and see if I can pick up a few trips along the way. But yeah, pretty much either see what happens first. Either I get home or the battery gets too close to empty, where I'm just gonna have to stop. I do have a home charging unit, so I'm not overly worried about that, but that is the plan right now. Either get home before the battery runs dry and pick up some jobs along the way, or go until the battery runs nearly dry, stop what I'm doing, and just drive the rest of the way home. So that's pretty much the plan right now. So yeah, let's do this final stretch. See, this is why you should start heading home when your battery starts running low. 9%, bruv. 9%. But to be fair, that 9% gives me 24 miles. So, you know, it's not too bad. I might have been okay anyway, but still. Head home when your battery runs low. All right, so man, it's back in the ends, innit? So let's recap the day a little bit, because it was a pretty cool day, pretty interesting day. I had some really cool conversations with some passengers. That was good. One guy gave me a 50p tip, which is awesome. He actually dropped some money, and he was looking for it. And he was like, yeah, you know, you can have it. I was like, cool, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Listen, always be grateful for your tips. It don't matter whether it's 50p or £50. They don't have to give you anything. Yeah, they don't have to give you nothing. So the fact that somebody gives you something, be grateful for that. Always say thank you for your tips, no matter how small they are. Say thank you. Appreciate this. You know what I mean? Big things. But yeah, it was a good day. I did, I think, about 11 hours worth of actual app time driving, like work time, app time driving. It's just about 1 a.m. as I'm getting home now. So what time? I set out at 10 from when I left to when I got back. That's what, 15 hours? Shit. Is that right? 15 hours? 15 hours from start to finish, but in that, you know, minus my breaks, about 11 hours, I think, worth of actual sort of driving. So maybe about 10 and a half, 11 hours worth of actual driving. Like I said before, I don't normally do this. I probably normally do about 8 hours of work, of driving work, and, you know, minus the breaks, probably comes about 8 hours, like 7-8 hours, you know, around about there. But, you know, wanted to make a little extra money today, so I started earlier. finish late. So I don't normally start that early. I don't normally come back this late. And yeah, overall, pretty good day. I don't think I want to be doing this all the time though. It's kind of long, but you know, where you got stuff? Where you gonna get them peas? Where man's gonna make them peas? And you just gotta pull your thumb out your ass and get on with it. Yeah, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. I reckon you lot want to know how much I actually made. So let's just get on with it. So as you can see, today I made £16.63. By the way, that says 4th of August because this particular trip came in after midnight. But yeah, £16.63. 17.50 was the total, minus 87 pence for my pension contribution. So I'm left with £16.63. But on Uber, I made £278.51. So add that to the 16 something or other, and that's my total for the day. Come down here, it's got a bit of a breakdown. 252.70 plus 19.81 for other earnings. So that's like, you know, per trip, holiday pay and stuff like that. And then I got £6 in-app tips, which is really cool. Got to be grateful for your tips always. So in total, 278.51 pence plus that 16 something. I'm too tired to do maths right now, but yeah, that's what I made today. So yeah, that is a day in the life of a London minicab driver. Well, I mean, not a typical day, but a day nonetheless. Yeah, let me know what you think. But I'm going to bed later.